you, and you can do multiplayer in VR, but it requires a lot of people with a lot of hardware, which is also where location-based entertainment comes in really handy.
No one has done, bar a very small number of demos on the current technology, the VR technology, a decent network multiplayer experience, because 8,000, 10,000 for the PCs, multiple PCs? Please carry on.
There's nothing public that I've seen that anyone has done with that. That is very true. Mixed reality, you can see everybody around you. You can do stuff with your family. I mean, you know, I have 3 kids. I want there to be amazing experiences. I worked on a couple of Disney rides. I'm a huge fan. I love going to Disneyland. I love going to Legoland. I look forward to seeing what things we can do to enhance those experiences using digital technology. And I don't think it's taking out your phone and pointing it at something and getting information about it. I think it really is something that overlays your field of view, that really does enhance it and brings to life and makes even more magic happen with the world around you, but it needs to become transparent. It needs to work as well as like the My Magic bands are working right now.
I don't know how many of you are familiar with Magic Band. It's technology that Disney's just deployed. You wear a wristband, near-field communication, and you pay for all of your experiences, open your hotel room. It's monetarization of the experience.
A new way for Mickey Mouse to pick your pocket?
As an ex-Disney Imagineer, you really expect me to. Nancy, what are you going to do to push the envelope?
I agree that AR is a really critical component to add to VR, which I have done very little of yet, but I'm certainly looking at it. I'm still thinking about the episodic content that's engaging with the current head-mounted displays. As a content maker, the evolution of the hardware is critical to the distribution experience. So from my vantage point, aside from delivering content that engages people in VR through brands or whatever else we do, for me, it's about practicing the craft well enough to tell stories with the technology available and anticipating the head-mounted displays or the public displays or rooms that allow that content to come to life. So it's practicing the craft and telling really good stories with VR.
Thank you. Manuel?
Yes.
Go on.
Could you please show one of the photographs of this device? There you go. Okay. Yeah, so I agree, augmented reality and virtual reality. That model right there is what we call the Blue Sky Pro. But we're also working on a model that is called the Pro G1, and it comes with a couple of cameras in front of the device. So it's kind of a mixed reality device. It's not like a see-through device, but it's more like you acquire the reality and then you can embed computer-generated graphics on top of the reality, so you can have a mixed reality watching on the screens. They are not translucent, you cannot see through them, but then you can actually see the reality and the computer-generated graphics with geolocated, QR codes, RFID tags, whatever it is. So that's one of the points. But then I will go a little bit further in the future, if you allow me, Kevin, to go a little, 2 years more in the future or 3 years in the future. I think
sure?
let me say that I believe that one of the things that is going to be very important for virtual reality and augmented reality is the fact that you can see yourself inside the environment. We've been talking about the fact that you are not sharing an experience with somebody else, even though when you're sitting in the virtual reality experience. I believe that it's doable now, and it should be happening. The fact that you can scan yourself, create your own real avatar inside this outer space universe that exists, and then experience the virtual reality environment from within with your own body, with your own hands. Watching at your own virtual reality rendered hands and face, and you can look at yourself in the mirror. There's a virtual mirror that you can see yourself. I think that is key for a real teletransportation to a different world. And the other thing is also that mix that with artificial intelligence, and there are some engines and some big initiatives now, including from IBM and Google Mind and other companies. But if you mix that with the right amount of artificial intelligence, you will start to see some very interesting things happening in a virtual environment where you're actually talking or controlling a robot, or talking to somebody, or getting a service support from somebody that doesn't exist within the virtual reality world, or getting a host telling you how to wear the device and be safety about what you're about to experience when the host doesn't really exist. It's just a virtual reality avatar that is talking to you intelligently, and you can ask questions. So that's my perspective.
Well,